this video, I'm going to be talking about college life versus middle school life. Now, there is quite a ton of differences between the two. So I'm going to start with high school. Now, high school, you know, for freshman year, you're coming in, you're being spunky person that you were in middle school. You're coming into your own person for freshman year. You're meeting people, seeing how people are. You're developing your identity in freshman year in a sense, and you're seeing everybody, you're seeing everything, and you're taking it all in. Sophomore year, you start to get serious because now you got Regent exams to take, and that they have to be top-notch good. And then you realizing that the friends that you met in freshman year weren't really your friends, and that they're just people who like to party and all that other teenage stuff that they like to do. And then you realize that you need to either you have a social life that disrupts your schoolwork, or you be into your schoolwork and not really have a social life like that, or a party life, I should say. So you gotta choose one. Either be about your academics, or you be about wasting 4 years in high school. You decide. Now we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna go into junior year. Junior year, you're at your peak right now. This is your third year in high school. You is trying to get whatever assignments left to get done. You was looking at your schedule and thinking, why do I have so many classes? If you have done what you supposed to do freshman year and sophomore year, you wouldn't have that much classes in your junior year. Just a heads up. Now, if you have done your classes, passed your region exams, then you should have a little lesser load in junior year. And then this is the year where you need to either start taking either college now classes, or start taking, if your high school has that program where you can take college now classes, or take college classes, go to a campus and see if they have classes available for you, a high school student, see if you could take some classes. And the classes I would mainly suggest taking is the basic classes like English class, math class, and any type of science class, because when you start off in college, those are the classes you take first. Whatever science there is, it depends on the major that you do choose in college. It depends on that. So junior year, your very important year. This is the year you take your SAT and your AC. Now, these scores are important to colleges in a sense, depending on what college you decide to go to, and if you plan to go out of town or whatever. This all solely depends on your score, and that's what they go based on, is your score and nothing else. You're trying to do all your assignments, you get in senioritis, you thinking you got it made, you don't gotta do no more work, you can cut classes, skip, you don't think none of that's gonna affect you. Wrong, dead wrong. Okay, do not skip any classes. Attend every single class, no matter if it's a day, if it's a half day, attend that class, go to it, and just relax. Do participate when you can, but don't make it seem like be somewhat there, but understand that after high school, straight to college. Now we're entering your final year, your senior year. This is where we have prom, senior trip, and all that good stuff that every senior waits for. At this point, you're a senior and you're chilling. You are chilling. You are happy. You are ecstatic right now. You went through 4 years of high school. You is happy. You is excited to leave. Trust me, I remember the feeling like it was yesterday. I was like, wow, I went through 4 years. 1 year in one high school and 3 years at another. I was like, wow, I'm finally leaving. Whew. Best feeling. Now, your senior year, this is where you should have already started applying to colleges at the beginning of the semester of the school year, and eventually you'll start hearing back from colleges like mid-November or before January, before the ending of school. At this point, you're looking to get all the paperwork done for that college. What they want to see certificates, they want to see attendance, they want to see your report card and all this stuff. You want to bring copies to the school. You want to make sure you're good, and then you got to go. You have to get scheduled for an entrance exam, because believe me, you do have to take an entrance exam. But I think that's for only CUNY schools. I don't think with the out of state schools you have to do an entrance exam. But again, I'm not sure, so I'm just going by what of my experience in a CUNY school is. This entrance exam, it basically tells this college what classes to give you, and if you're okay to move up to regular college classes and see how well you do in college bearing classes, so forth. You attend senior trip, you go to prom, it's the end, and then you have graduation, where you take tons of pictures with family, friends, and etc. And you just enjoy the day and just enjoy that summer, and then you enter your college life, and it's all over the place. When you enter college, no one's gonna be helping you along, making sure that you attend your classes, that you eat, that you do what you need to do. College pro tip, you don't have to ask to go use the bathroom. You could just leave the class and go. Because before, people used to raise their hand, and the person be like, why are you raising your hand for? To ask to go use the bathroom, just go. Some professors, tell you at the beginning of the semester, or there's some that, if you're so far into the semester, they don't even, say it or whatever. They just expect it. But you gotta really stay on top of it for college. Stay on top of your work. When a professor says the assignment is due, get it done. It's not like high school. You can lollygag and just do it whenever you feel like it, and it's gonna be okay. Colleges have a set deadline, and that point that they finish an assignment, they move on to the next one. So if you don't do one assignment, then another one's gonna pile on top of that assignment that you half did, and now you gotta go do the next assignment. So now you got two assignments where you're already getting a grade lower than what's expected. So say if you was to get an A for that assignment, then now you're about to get a B, and now for this assignment you might get an A, depending on if you decide to do that homework assignment on time and give it to them at the same time, and so forth. College, you really can't mess around. Take classes, but take classes that matter to your major. There's a lot of people who stay in college and they take a bunch of classes just to say they took the class, but try and take classes geared towards your major, and so that you don't have a lot of time in college. Also, and try and pass your classes the first time around, especially if you don't get financial aid or TAP or anything. There are some professors who do care about your excuses, but at the same time, they want their work done. There is no excuse. Get it done. Get it done. And then some professor be like, if you're late 3 times to his classroom, it's a full 0. What's the point of you coming here anymore? If you're late, if you're absent, bring a note to let them know, so that they can excuse it in some way, or you can have a meeting on the side saying, look, you've been absent twice, one more absent, and you fail this class. It's that deep and that serious. Or there's some professor be like, hey, you do this extracurricular assignment and I just cancel out all your latenesses and everything, and I just give you an A for the whole class. You know, I'm like, the trickery. The trickery. You know, in college you can be social, but it's like, do you have the time for it? There's extracurricular activities you can get into, but as I said before, do you have time for it? Which is really debatable based on you. Like, in college you really learn about time management. You learn about using your time efficiently and using it dramatically well, because you don't have that much time to play around with certain things. Some things you just don't have that time. Like, you have to really tell yourself, okay, let me do this assignment for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, however long the assignment is. Dedicate at least 10 to 15 minutes to that assignment, and then once you feel like you've hit a roadblock, take a break and do another assignment, because you probably have other classes that you're taking. You're probably taking like 4 or 5 classes, so you have yourself all flared around, and it also depends on the classes that you do take. But freshman year shouldn't be that hard. It should be easier than when you get to your sophomore year and stuff, because, well, I shouldn't say sophomore year. When you get to your second or third semester, that's when you start getting to your major, and you start taking your major classes. And then at this point, this is where you find out, okay, I can't deal with this 5-6 classes thing. I need to take maybe 2 to 3 classes, and that is okay to take 2 or 3 classes as long as you're taking classes, because taking a lot of classes in college can be also straining and difficult, and if you don't know what the professor's talking about, then you could wind up lost. Now, it's okay to talk to other people in the class, you know, like with other students who have a better idea of the assignment, and y'all can help each other, you know, exchange information, you know, text information, cell phone information, and, you know, cell phone information. Exchange your numbers during class so that you guys can help each other. Whatever he likes, he's gonna help you. You're gonna help him. Whatever you like, he's gonna help you. You know, the exchange. Or you could just start a group chat with everyone in the class, and y'all just help each other out. It's a win-win situation if the whole class can be on one line of accord and just all help each other out. But, you know, a lot of people come to college and everyone's about themselves and their own self, and they don't care about nothing or nothing. They don't care about anybody or anything, and they just do what they gotta do for themselves. And you think, wow, that's very selfish. But that's how people are in college. You know, people aren't looking for friendships and stuff. Some people's looking to go there for their education, because, again, it's expensive. It's expensive if you're paying this stuff out of pocket. It's expensive to get textbooks, equipment, and stuff. And again, depending on your major, it depends on what equipment and stuff you'll be using and doing, and etc. Now, once you get to maybe your final college year, it starts to wind down a little bit, and you start thinking like, wow, I'm about to graduate college. What am I going to do? What job will I get? You know, and it's also pretty tricky to have a job while you're in college. You know, it's like, how do you balance the two? You know, it's like you gotta jam all your classes into 2 days and then work every day that's not your classes, and then you have to make sure you have time to do your homework assignments. Also hard. I mean, a website I like to use is Rate My Professor for college. That helped me tremendously with picking out a professor from a college and be like, oh, this professor's teaching this teaching this course. Are they good? Will they be bad? I don't know. Are they going to be difficult? I don't know. You just have to wait and see. And then I go to the website and let you know, hey, they're good, or hey, they're bad. You know, I avoid them at all costs, you know. But again, with the site, it's 50-50. 50% the professor's good and 50% the people saying it's bad. But you have to go with your own thing, go with your own notion, and see what better suits you and the days that you want, because it could be a morning class or an evening class or a night class. You know, some people say they don't want a morning class, so they take an afternoon class. They don't want an afternoon class, so they take a night class. All you design your schedule how you want. See if it for you. You know. But again, with entering your final year of college, you're thinking, wow, now you gotta go put in applications for a job. Again, what type of job are you looking for? Are you looking for a job in your field, or are you looking for a regular job just to pay back the school loans and debit that you do have? Like, you have to think logically about what are you seriously wanting to do, because some jobs don't hire you off the bat. You got out of college, okay, where's your experience? You don't have any experience because you never intern, or you never, you know, you don't have the background to have them give you the job off the map like that. So that's how that goes sometimes. You have to be realistic with yourself and get a job that makes sense for you. This video was more about the differences between high school and college. College, you know, it could be a fun time, but you also got to be smart with the time you spend in there. And high school, you just have to make sure you do what you need to do in the time given, so you don't get held back and you don't have to repeat classes again for when you go to college. When college, is no baby steps. They're just throwing you out there, say, yo, they give you a schedule and they just throw you out there to just take the classes and go and do what you need to do. Whereas in high school, you know, they baby step you. They hold your hand and say, oh, go to class, oh, do your homework, oh, this is going to be due. And when it's actually due, they say, oh, I'm going to give you an extra day to do it, okay? Or here's my email, da-da-da. No. College, it's either you get it done or you get an F for the assignment. And if you have a professor that's lenient, which is very few, he'll keep delaying it for the next maybe 3-4 weeks. In college time, in college weeks, is more like, if you see a professor twice a week, then by the third time you see them, that's practically, for them, that's practically like 2 weeks, well, three weeks for them, because they already seen you twice. So to them, that's like three weeks. I know, crazy. And they're already giving you another assignment on top of the assignment that they already gave you, maybe the first or second day of class. Depending on your professor, you might get homework your first day of class, or tiny little assignments, but it's okay, it's cool. You know, don't stress it. Just do what you have to do in high school so that when you reach to college, you don't suffer for your high school mistakes. I hope this video helps someone, you know, understand the difference between college and high school and how they're different, and how you can't do the same thing you did in high school in college, because you're only setting yourself up for failure at the end of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.